Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? It was only a matter of time. We're going to play some Survivors. Now, I want to say I kind of looked around the internet to see what everybody's different Survivor decks are. We kind of all have settled on the same cards, just in some different combination of them. But there is a particular card I haven't seen coming up on these lists that I really wanted to give a try to, and that's Split Up. Now, we're only going to be playing a couple of copies till we figure out how good it is. But my thought process here is that if we have a lot of ways to tap the Survivors, whether that be to saddle or to crew the vehicles, then this gives us the option of having tapped or untapped creatures as we want them to get rid of whatever creatures we want from the opponent and keep the creatures of ours that we want. Now, that's all theory. We'll see if it works out. But let's take a look at the rest of the deck. We've got Skrelv because, well, Skrelv can protect things and Skrelv can tap itself, so, you know, why not? Veteran Survivor. This is just a good 2-1 for 1, and honestly, it can still remove stuff from graveyards, which is pretty nice, and we do kind of need that a little bit in a world where people are trying to reanimate Valgavas and such. Get Lost just as the catch-all removal. You're going to be seeing this in a lot of deck lists, I think. Reluctant Role Model. We're going to play 3 of these, and this is just another way to like get a creature over the top, get some life link, see what we could do with that. Seraphic Steed. Obviously something we want to saddle with. The only downside here is that it is a saddle of 4, but the upside is strong. It's a first striker with lifelink, and it makes you a 3/3 flyer. Mobile Homestead, pretty good in the fact that it can have haste, which is super nice. So, you know, like, can't really complain about that too much. You can, like, turn 1 veteran and then play this on 2, still attack, and maybe get a land, which is super good. Of course, we just talked about Split Up. We're going to play Unidentified Hover Ship. We're playing a full set of these. This is just another good removal card. And Wily Duke. I would like to play more of this, but it is legendary. But being 4 means we can saddle the Seraphic Steed a lot easier, and it is a way to get some incremental life gain and some extra cards. Speaking of cards, we have a kind of interesting combination of our next 2 4-drops. Kona can let us put something into play for free, and Rip can load up our hand. So these two kind of play very well together, where Rip can get us 2 or 3 cards a turn effectively, and Kona can put one of them into play. So hopefully it works out that way. And then we do need some payoff for free things, so we're going to play a few copies of Vaultborn Tyrant and see if this is good enough to get us over the finish line, or just overwhelm our opponents with flyers and big creatures. So we have a couple of ways we can try to get there. Now, as always, you'll be able to go to the description at the end of the video, help us out, watch as much of the video as you can. But once you're done getting your entertainment, down in the description there'll be a link that takes you over to Moxfield, a channel sponsor where you could download this deck and have some fun with it yourself if you're into this. For now, though, let's go see if these Survivors can survive our opponents. All right, this is not great. We're going to keep it, but it's definitely not the type of aggressive creature hand you want here. Our best situation would be for this to survive, and then for us to get something that we can tap it to on turn 3. But otherwise, this is going to be kind of rough. Yeah, that is definitely not a card we wanted to draw there. This is why you have a hard time keeping these hands, though, right? Where you already have 4 lands and you're slow. Because now the situation becomes... You're caught in a spot where every time you draw a land, it's just going to be bad. Yeah, we attack. I mean, they'll probably not... I was going to say not block because they don't want to risk not being able to get their stuff back. We'll go ahead and give this flying. Go ahead and play Annie Duke so we can still attack. And decide what we want to do with this Get Lost. This is a matchup, though, where the 2-1 would have been real nice, being able to remove lands so they couldn't get them back with the Aftermath Analyst. That would have been a lot of fun. Maybe we can get our Homestead here would be nice. Because then we could tap Wily Duke to it, get a card in life, still kill something. Ah, not good enough. Not good enough. Oh. Okay, I guess we're attacking. They're just letting him through. Okay. Oh, I guess we're going to put a +1. Like, here's the deal. I think we go ahead and do this and destroy all untapped creatures. And then just play the Survivor. I think is our plan here. Ugh. This doesn't feel great, but we eliminate their board. We have 2 things left. We have a removal spell, and if they don't do anything significant, we can attack with the Restless Prairie next turn. Alright, we're obviously going to take 2 damage here. Oh, I guess we're going to take 4 damage. Yep, I think we're going to do it, though. And just force the damage. Wow. Okay. Get rid of a land, I guess? Since they can return lands. And we'll put a lifelink on that, I suppose. Alright, Spelunking. I think I've mentioned this before. Spelunking is a card that goes into a lot of these decks that I ended up cutting from mine because I always have bad luck with it. I feel like it doesn't end up helping my mana all that much, even though it should. And I know I'm in the wrong. Alright, we got that win. But yeah, it's a weird thing. I think sometimes, as players, we sometimes just have bad luck with some cards, and you get gun-shy from wanting to play it. And Spelunking's that card for me. So if you ever see my list and you're like, but you could play Spelunking, it's just like, it never works for me. I don't know why, it just doesn't. I see it in other people's lists, I accept that the card's good, and it probably should go in some lists, but for whatever reason, I don't know. Let me know in the comments, do you have a card that, like, is your bugaboo, is your albatross that, like, just never works for you? Because I'm curious. But anyway, on to the next one. Okay, what are we doing here? We're going to keep it. Alright, I guess we go with this. Probably should still... You should almost always Skrelv first, though, I think. Actually, in this sense, it made even more sense to Skrelv first. Because I would have had double white, so I could have Skrelved... If Skrelv died to something, then I could have Skrelved Visitor. Now I'm not really making great use of my mana. I mean, still gonna play a Skrelv, but... ended up not mattering too much, I guess. I mean, they'll ramp into something here that we should be able to kill with Hovership, or at least remove, not kill. And then that sets up Kona to get us a Wily Duke, maybe? Or they're just going to play something huge and make us cry, like a... quite a few things, actually, they could do now that I'm thinking about it. Okay. Yeah, if they just cast... I mean, I guess I have to get rid of their mana creature, right? Like, that's our only real option here. Because we have to not get our stuff wrecked by, like, a Smuggler Surprise or something here. Like, as much as I want to do other things. I mean, and we are just buying time, but, you know, we can only do what we can do. A Roaming Throne. Ugh. Probably going to call Dragon. Or Dinosaur. Avatar. Oh, well, we know what's coming now. That is the most disturbing thing, huh? Wow. Yeah. That didn't work the way we wanted to, so let's do this. And we'll at least get in there with a flyer. Maybe, I was going to say, maybe find a land. That would be nice. Get in there for 2. Play this. In the turn. So it's just a matter of which avatar is it. Probably the red one. Good news is we can at least protect a creature with the Skrelv. Oh, even worse. Here comes avatars. Yeah, we're just dead. They didn't even need to get to their Smuggler Surprise. Like, go and bring the pain, opponent. Oh, wait, no. All they have is that. Never mind. Oh, I was thinking something else. Yeah, sure. Attack. So we take 12. How much can we attack back for? 5, 6, 7, 8. We can't kill them. So we have to block something with the 2/2. What's wild is if I would have had mana open, I could have actually killed their roaming throne, which would have been pretty crazy. I mean, I think the opponent's still in good shape here, though. All right, we're down to 13. We can gain 1 point next turn. I don't know how valid that is. And a second get lost. Oh, boy. This. What are we doing here? How do we not lose? Like, I guess we could save this to block, but that doesn't really help us, right? We could do this, crew this, put this into play. We could chump block a thing. But then if they have any creature, we're taking 4, 8, plus whatever the other creature is, twice, most likely. And I have to assume it's an avatar. So I think we just get to not attack. For 2 reasons. One, we could use Skrelv to save Wily Duke if we want to block. Or if they try to target it. Then we could get lost Calamity. Oh, another roaming throne. Okay. Horse. That's interesting. Alright, so let's try to kill Calamity. Now, we may have to waste the other one if they're still sitting. Okay, they're not sitting on it. Kind of makes sense. I was going to say, if they had just drawn something like a Smuggler Surprise, they would have been able to protect it there. This is so tense. I've played all types of Gruul, Ramp, Smuggler Surprise stuff, so I know how crazy it can get. Come on, be a land on top. Oh, it was not a land. Dang it. We're going to take 5. I think we kind of have to, though. Oh, they're not even going to attack. Ooh, we got a little lucky. All right, I'm going to go ahead and crew this so we can get a card and a life. Oh, that is big. That is big. Because now when we play Kona, we can get a 6/6, and that changes some things. All right. I'm going to go ahead and attack with this. 6 would be nice, but I don't think we can afford to. Plus, we can save Wily Duke to block and then crew anyway and still get a bonus. All right, now we're back up to 17. Okay. We might narrowly get out of this one. There was a spot where this could have got out of hand. There's the Smuggler Surprise. So they can dig, and they did find a 4/4 that can deal 4. So that'll come into play for free. Fortunately, we can save unless they just want to target Skrelv. So probably better to either target us or kill Skrelv are kind of the options here. Yep, that's not going to do it. Oh, whoa, wait. So they target 2 different things. So I have to choose which is worth targeting here, or saving. I'm probably going to save Wily Duke here. Because it's a blocker right now and gets us a life and a card, which I think is more important. Glad I stopped and checked, though. From red. Alright. So now if they try to attack, we have 2 quality blocks and still get a card and a life. So don't hate that at all. And we can still kill a problematic creature. So yeah, lots going our way now. Still can get away from us, though. It doesn't take a lot. Rip, pretty slick. Don't mind having that. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. So how much mana do we have? 4. We only have 6. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to crew everything onto the hover ship and then use Split Up is going to be the game plan here. So everyone is getting in this hover ship. Load everybody up. If you're the opponent, you have to know this is suspicious as hell. Like, why is everything tapping? And then we'll destroy all untapped things. Love it. And now they only have one live card, because we know the other two are lands. Well, maybe not. Alright, got there. Woo! Ooh, we have to mulligan this. As an aggro deck, that's bad for us. We will keep this, though. Get rid of this. I don't think we really need it. That's a freebie, because either land we play is going to turn that on. And I think here, I'm just going to run this out first. Because, like, having the steed out doesn't help us, because even if we followed up with the role model, we still can't saddle it, because it's only 2 power. Cynical Loner, what are you? Can't be blocked by glimmers. At the beginning of your second main... Oh! Okay, you get to search. Well, we don't like that. That seems bad. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And then we'll attack. And give this flying. Probably should give it a +1/+1 so it can't be cut down, but if they're playing 3/1s on the ground, I'd rather come over the top. Ah, well, there you go. Well, I guess we can do this. And do this. And do this. And get in there. Remove that. End the turn. Alright, what you want to do, opponent? Bellmark. Putting what in the yard? Oh, we're going to do some Reanimator shenanigans. Well, if you don't kill our 2/1, you know what I'm targeting in the yard. Like, that's pretty much a given here. Okay. Well, things being what they are, we are going to activate this. We're going to tap this and this. And then we're going to attack. So they don't have a good block here. We get to remove that from the yard. And now, even if they get back Cruelty, it's not like the worst thing. We have some creatures tapped, some things untapped. Yep, that's going to do it. Yeah, my guess is they were just doing Reanimator stuff. So once we got the big targets out of the yard, they really didn't have much to go for. And the fact that we were going to start piling up flyers, that kind of just put that one away. All right, let's keep it. Uh-oh. There's going to be some ninja-y stuff. No, doesn't look like it. Let's start here. That temporarily survives. Sadly, our hand kind of does nothing right now. Maybe they flash something in. Oh, they're going to kill an attacker. So it goes through us if it targets a tapped creature. Fair. Sure. That's fine. I mean, I don't think this just beats us straight up. Well, I guess it could. We have vehicles and stuff. Oh, that thing. Well, that's exciting. Let's go ahead and just kill that. And then let's get rid of one of the tokens. Alright. Not the flashiest thing, but it's something. Yeah, this is ugly because I sort of need a rip, but then also need rip to survive. And I just don't think we're going to get there with this. Yeah, that's not the card we're looking for. I mean, I'm going to do it just to do it. But there's a real chance the hover ship does not make it. Nope. That was fine, apparently. I don't even know, like, are we trying to play Kona here? Probably not. Alright. Oh, they wanted treasure. They're just going to straight up cast the other Overlord, huh? Biza. Alright, Biza for no value. Because, like, they have more lands, equal cards, more creatures. So there's that. I think my issue is I don't really know what the opponent's deck is doing. So I don't know how aggressive I can be. I don't have any creature lands. Can't really do that and this. I could tap to the hover ship, lose the hover ship, tapping... Well, nope, let's do this. Because if I'm willing to lose the hover ship, I might as well attack with it. Because if they trade, then, like, whatever. There's a chance they won't block here. Okay, they decided to block anyway. Sure, remove that. They get to manifest here. Oh, do they not? When undied, finish exile up to one target creature. When it leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner manifest red. Oh, I guess maybe because there was just a token under there? That's weird. Alright, I'll destroy all untapped creatures. We almost got away with it. They want to kill our 2/2? Probably not. I mean, they could just make a token and block. Yeah, pass the turn, I guess. We are in bad shape. I think the opponent's going to get this one. We've not really drawn any threats. That's not really how we can win these games. We are definitely a creature deck that needs to draw some things. Yeah, that works. Gonna draw a card. Looks like it. Yeah, at some point, they're just gonna get to cast Overlords or something, right? I'm gonna go here first, because Rip's more important. But if they have removal or counters, we'll see those on Kona. They're probably just gonna try to stop whatever threats at this point. Yeah, that makes sense. Interesting that they also opted to not draw or anything there. So they're prioritizing making a token here. Yeah, this is one where I think this version of the deck we could potentially beat, but I think we've just gotten so far behind being threat light at this point. Because, like, now it's just like the counters they haven't had to play, they can now run out. Yep, as expected. Alright. I don't see a world, unless they just draw dead for a couple of turns. I think this is it. So we can probably concede after this next turn, if they have anything significant. I say that. We do still have a split up. So we could split up and then rip, I guess. But, I mean, we kind of know what's going on at this point. Rip also gets countered. Yep. And again, they're choosing to probably just draw a card here. Nope, they made a token. Oh, so are they just trying to save up for Overlord plus backup? Yeah. So I'm going to feel like they have at least one more counter in hand here. So we'll see another one. At least I would assume so. Huh. Well, we found our own fountain port. Let's see what happens. Destroy evil, sure. We get a card and a token. And some life. Hover ship, somewhat helpful here. Assume they have some other destroy things like this thing. Overlord, there's one of them. Like, we knew that was a possibility. Not too shocked, really. Uh-oh. What else is going on here? Okay. And Meat Locker. What is that? Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, well, guess there's some good news here. Because since they tapped our stuff for us, we can just destroy everything that's untapped here. Right? It's probably our best option. What's the other side of this? When you like to sort of draw 3 and discard, they could do that. All right, let's destroy all untapped things. We could play... Oh, I need 3, though, to make a token. I guess we could play the hover ship and then destroy that. Yeah, maybe that's our best bet. Get rid of that. Destroy this so I just don't get any more easy cards. Okay. Trying our best to make something happen here. Sure, they're playing their own split ups. Fair enough. And they have another Overlord. All right, that's tough. I mean, I'm surprised we're even still in this. I felt like our draw was super slow. Like, but, you know, here we are. We can play this. I'm going to go ahead and tap this for colorless. Crew this, so we get a card and a life. That didn't help. I should have put a counter on that first. That was a mistake. Wait, did that not have... Oh, as long as I control a mount. Oh, no. I clicked through the options when I shouldn't have. That's a dumb mistake on my part. I thought it was if it was crewed. It was not. Or it was if you control a mount. So dumb. So dumb. Totally my own fault. All right. Well, we're behind anyway. Even if we would have got... We didn't have an attack there. We could have just made the creature bigger. So we need to destroy some things and them to not have a counter. And we've gone through 2 split ups, 2 get lost. There's 2 get lost left. And 3 hover ships left. And I think that's all we got. So, I mean, we could possibly hover ship an Overlord. That's something. We could also just draw cards. Let's see, we went through 2 rips. We have 1 rip left. We have 2 Konas left. We have another Wily Duke. We have 2 Wily Dukes, actually. We have another Vaultborn Tyrant. All right, there's some options. All right, we're at 16. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? There's no other real answers here, I don't think. Yeah, there's really nothing else we can do here. Like, we can draw. And that's like the best thing we can do. And they've got 3 cards, so I mean, I can't imagine there's much we're going to be able to do here. Yeah, Vaultborn Tyrant. Unfortunately, we're going to be a mana short no matter how we do this. So, yeah. That's probably all she wrote. Yeah, GG's. We're not recovering from that. Plus, they're going to get extra cards. We can move on. Ooh. Alright, we'll keep it. Unfortunately, can't really turn 1, turn 2. So I think we'll just wait and try to play a Steed on 2. Alright. Nice. Found a quality removal spell. Love it. How much you want to fire off on this? Oh, they didn't even have anything else. They just had the one option. Wow. Great. Love it. So they don't even have any more instants. That is fantastic news for us. Okay. So if you don't have any more instants, what do you have? It's not more Leylines, because it would have just played both of them in their opener. Maybe enchantments to pump their creatures? Here's a Slick Shot. That's legit. I mean, we're obviously going to get rid of that with the hover ship. Like, that's a non-starting option. Ooh, we get to put a permanent into play with this, right? Oh, sicko. Alright, so we get to play Kona. Tap Kona to this. Attack. We get some life. We get a 3/3. Kona lets us put in the hover ship. Hover ship eats a Slick Shot. Great. I'm telling y'all, I'm not sold on this Leyline red stuff. Opponent's hand's obviously loaded with things. I mean, a land here would have been fantastic. What are we looking to do? Putting in another hover ship does nothing. I'll play this guy. You have something you can do here. So I'm assuming Seraphic Steed's dead, right? But if so, we still got to make the best possible plan for ourselves. Because they can get something with haste and have a bunch of actual things. So I'm just going to do this to be on the safe side. And if they have something to kill the Steed, we'll see it here. They don't. Alright. Because if they would have done it before we declared attackers. That's the only reason I attacked with a 3/3. If they would have had something otherwise, I would have left it back in case they got another, like, slick shot or something. Decline. I guess I should have tapped the Survivor as well. I don't think we'll get to a point where it's going to matter, but it could. Ah, so you also have some white mana in there. Do I want to draw a card here? It didn't matter. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I think I've literally lost once in total against probably 12 or 13 times I've run into the Leyline deck. I haven't run into it a ton, mind you. You know, even testing decks every day, playing a bunch of random stuff. But I don't know. Every time, it's just if you have an early 1 or 2 removal, that's it. If you don't, then yeah, they have a shot, obviously. But if you're playing, you know, a fair amount of 2 mana removal, you have a shot. But either way, it worked out. Moving on to the next one. All right, let's keep it. Let's see how this works out. So we go Survivor into Homestead tap. I don't even think that does anything, actually. But we're going to do it anyway. And then we just attack. And then we can Wily Duke, attack for 5, or 3 if they play appropriate blocker. Fear of Lost Teeth is whenever it dies, deal 1 and you gain 1. Alright, fair enough. I don't even know if it's worth running our creature into that, so I'm probably not going to. I would tap it, but there's nothing to even remove from graveyards right now. Kona, you can stay on top. Why not? Oh, they're just chumping right out of the gate. Oh, weird. Oh, it deals 1 damage to any target. I read that wrong. Yeah, that's fine. That can die. Alright. Is Wily Duke dead? Yes.
A fight? And you think you can win?
Okay. Kona? Go get Liliana. Alright. Wish that was something better.
It's no fun when they hit back.
In the turn. Lord Skitter. Sure. Tokens that don't block. Remove a thing from the yard. We can kill a Lord Skitter. I need 4 to make a token, though. So, yeah, let's get him out the way. Even though I'll regret this when Liliana or Shieldred shows up, but whatever. Let's go... Actually, I'm probably better off just attacking, right? Yeah, let's just attack. Get rid of the Skitter. I don't even think I want to play the creature here. Because if they're playing some type of sweeper, they'll play it here. Swarm Reaper. Yeah, that's a nuisance. But they don't actually have Delirium because we're able to keep removing things from their graveyard. So that's actually really good. So, what do we want to do here? I think we play this. We now play this. We can... I mean, do I just give up Kona in this exchange? Probably. I'm going to tap these 2. and go attacking. And then they just got a decision to make. Yep, that works for me. And then we'll get rid of this. And we'll get rid of this. And the turn. So we're keeping the Delirium to a minimum. You know what? Where's Rip? That's what we need. We need to load our hand up, Rip. Where are you at? Opponent has some amount of removal cards because it looks like they're doing some math here. But also, if they tap, I was going to say more than one land, then they actually can't activate their creature land either. Alright. Dang it, it wasn't a land on top. Need that to be a land so we can still attack with our Seraphic Steed. Oh, but they split the... Oh, okay, so we can still attack with our Steed. That's actually huge. Oh, no, we can't... Oh, yeah, we can. We can make a token. So it's fine. Oh, I could have just blocked that. What was I doing? Sometimes I get too caught up trying to talk to y'all. Yeah, we'll play this. I think I'm just tapping them both to the Steed here. I think that's fine. Attack. Alright, now we'll remove some more things from the yard. And the turn. I mean, Belmerk legit is a 5/5. Fortunately, we were able to make a flyer in the process. Delirium at 1, because they're just lands. Oh, we're one land away. Dang it. That would have been huge here. So we can attack for 3. They probably block. If I give up the Steed, I make another 3/3. Gain some life. Opponent doesn't have anything going on. I should have made a token at the end of their end step too. Just playing lazy here toward the end of the video. Also, if I attack with Steed and this, I can't really do that though. Kind of want to though, to try to get another land into play. Alright, I think I'm willing to go for it, since we're holding the Tyrant. The land will be tapped here, though. Yeah, but if it's a land that would have came into play tapped otherwise, I think I'm willing to risk it. Ooh, alright, that can stay. That's cool, I guess. Because now I can get rid of a Belmerk and, like, can't complain about that too much. Alright, and we have a 5/4 now. So we got some stuff going on here. 5/4 has hexproof. But the other argument was if we get 2 3/3s that are flying, we do limit what the opponent can block with or whatever there too. Alright, the question is, what do we get rid of? Probably the 2/1.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people touch my things.
Yep. Get rid of this.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Seraphic Steed's gonna die anyway? Probably not. If you're gonna kill something, it's gonna be the Angel, right? Oh, Glissa. Well, that changes things, huh? It's a bit disappointing, if we're being honest. Get rid of Glissa. And again, I didn't make my 1/1 token. I don't know why I'm just doing that. We have to get rid of Glissa, though. That gives us no other options if we don't get rid of it. We attack the opponent down to 5. We would have to discard our Vaultborn Tyrant, which is disappointing. They block. I don't think I could. Yeah. All right. I hate the situation, but I mean, they might just block the Steed. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, they're not. I mean, I could have put the opponent down to 3, which is probably the right thing to do, especially since I didn't make 2 tokens along the way. I've pretty much thrown this game away, though, by not making those 2 tokens. Because that token would have also given us another thing we could sacrifice to Liliana. We'd have had another attacker. Like, lots of things that went poorly because I didn't make those tokens. I mean, technically, we would have lethal right now, right? All right. They do get to put a body into play, which could be something good they could flip up. Yeah, they don't get Glissa back. They get to Manifest Dread something from on top. Yep. Which is also good, because if it's something like a Swarm Weaver or whatever, they don't get the 1/1s, because it's already in play. Brood Spinner. That can be sacrificed, right? Oh, for 6, though. Alright, took you long enough, deck. Thanks for the bailout. I guess coincidentally we would not have had lethal. Alright, let's make a big Trampler. Which is important because now if they sacrifice this, they get 5 1/1s, but we do have a Trampler plus other things they have to block. They don't gain life, right? Nope, just flyers equal to the number of card types in the yard. Yep, and that should be game. Because they have to split their creatures across trying to block Vaultborn Tyrant, so they block. Oh no, they'll be at 2. They would be at 2. We rip and then attack? Yeah. Yeah, so the plan there was just going to be rip, crew the Steed, or saddle the Steed, attack. They block. They have 4 left. They go to 1, losing all their tokens, and then we have a 3/3 rip, the Vaultborn Tyrant, and whatever we draw. So, yeah, would have been a good finish there. Even with me screwing that up 3 different times along the way. Yeah, I have to say, this deck has probably a little more legs than I thought it did. I mean, you can hang with the creature decks like we expected, but we do have enough game against the control decks or the slower mid-rangey things, between our creature lands, but also having a few vehicles, right? Homestead, not the greatest, but after the opponent sweeps the board, totally fine. And unidentified hovership still flies, right? That's still a relevant thing. The other thing to remember, too, about the hovership is we can exile something of our own if we needed to, and I could have done that in one of those games, and I didn't. But if we have no targets, we can just put in play, get rid of a token or something, and then... Well, I guess we can't get rid of... I'd get rid of a card, and then we'll get to Manifest if this card were to go away. Split Up, though. This turned out to be pretty good. Good enough that if you don't own one of the other cards, I would consider putting a 3rd Split Up in. It's really, really good in this deck, because we can kind of manipulate our creatures to be tapped or untapped. I won't say at will, but pretty freely for the most part, right? Depending on whatever situation we're trying to set up. And it's not even a problem to overcrew a vehicle and then attack, because the worst thing that happens is if your opponent blocks, well, you were going to lose it anyway if you left it untapped, right? But if they don't block it, well, then now you get to just save everything. So, yeah, kind of a cool setup, truthfully. I didn't think it was going to be as strong as expected. If there were a real concern, I would want like I said, maybe another split up, possibly 1 or 2 of some other early removal, some 1 or 2 drop removal, 2 mana removal. Another thing I would consider is Vaultborn Tyrant. Excellent. Not going to complain about this card at all. But if we wanted to, we could actually consider playing at least 1 copy of Overlord of the Mistmoors. Still 7 mana, but if we put this into play, we do get some number of flyers, right? We get 3 creatures for our 1, and we can also have the option of playing this on turn 4, where you can't play Vaultborn Tyrant at all unless you get a way to put it into free with Kona, or you just ramp up your mana and cast it. So maybe we can experiment and put in just 1 Overlord of the Mistmoors, just kind of as a, we can try it out and see sort of a thing. But again, I think if you're missing something else, or maybe you don't have all the Vaultborn Tyrants yet, go ahead and play more Overlord of the Mistmoors. I think that's a totally reasonable option. And the fact that you can impend it for 4 is something you can't really overlook. There's just too easy value there, honestly. Or if you've already cracked those and you don't have a Rip, or you don't have 1 Kona or something, yeah, play the other Overlord. I think it's fine. But maybe even the answer is supposed to be 2 Overlord, 2 Vaultborn Tyrant, realistically. But again, I think split up, maybe another removal spell, are kind of where you want to be. But overall, this deck actually worked very well. Really kind of surprising, to be honest. But we've got 2 Skrell, 4 Veteran Survivor, 4 Get Lost, 3 Reluctant Role Model, 4 Seraphic Steed, 2 Mobile Homestead, 2 Split Up, 4 Unidentified Hovership, 3 Wily Duke, 3 Kona, 3 Rip, 1 Overlord of the Mistmoors, 2 Vaultborn Tyrant, 6 Plains, 2 Forests, 4 Brushland, 4 Hushwood Verge, 4 Razor Verge Thicket, 2 Restless Prairie, 1 Fountain Port, and 1 Merrick's. If you don't have all of your Hushwood Verge yet, I would also consider playing another Restless Prairie and help your matchups out against the control decks a little bit. There's also some situations where if you can play this and just assist in crewing up your stuff or saddling up your stuff, that actually goes a long way too. And you don't have a ton of things you need to play on turn 1. So something to consider there as well if you don't have some of the other new lands yet. But yeah, if you like seeing how new cards can affect some old ideas, we just played a self-milled deck yesterday that actually was pretty sweet, and some of y'all haven't even checked that out yet. But there's a couple of new cards that really changed how that deck plays, and you get an endless slew of big creatures, which is awesome, for just 2 mana. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.